We had a horse pulling fountain earlier. I think that was the weekend of Memorial Day. And I think we had about 10 teams there at that pull. Heavyweight horse pulling contest.
Yep.
A team from out of, I think, Pennsylvania won that pull. They came all the way up. Are we ready, Bob? Okay. Eric Thompson, come on in.
I think they were from Kentucky.
What?
I think they're from Kentucky.
The Honey fan, but
Yeah.
there was a Pennsylvania team.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
At Fountain, they got on 14,000 pounds. I think that's kind of on an old railroad track bed, if I remember right. Anyway, it's a nice gravelly type track that pulls pretty easy. But yeah, 14,000 pounds. All right, 7,000 pounds. Eric Thompson is going to pull a whole lot harder here today than it did in Fountain, I'll tell you that. Nice job. Give him a round of applause, everybody. Good job, Eric. You're just going to kind of keep going back and forth right there. It's a little bit of a better area right in this area, guys, so they're going to kind of keep going back and forth right there. Otherwise, you get over here and it gets kind of loose, and then you got to go up a little bit of a incline there. So we're going to keep it right on this end and let them both pull one way or the other there.
Sorry if I'm not the best. I had surgery this week, and this is about as good as I can do at a horse pull. And we only have 2 teams, so it's going to be a bit for each one.
So there's usually 2 classes in pulling contests. There's lightweights and heavyweights. A lightweight team typically is about 3,400 pounds or under, so 1,700 pounds a horse. And then anything over that typically is a heavyweight. These 2 teams, one of them's 5,000. Here comes Tommy. His team weighs 5,000 pounds. Give him a hand. Nice job, Tom. Good job. So like I was saying, his team weighs 5,000 pounds and Eric Thompson's weighs 4,600. So lightweights being about 3,400, you can imagine they're quite a bit smaller. But they can pull quite a bit too. And in Michigan, we don't have many lightweight pulls anymore. It used to be almost every fair would have a light and a heavy. And then over the years, it's a lot harder to get teams weighed in under 3,400 pounds. The horses are just bigger and bred to be bigger, and makes it kind of tough to get teams that can weigh in on that. And so in Michigan over the years, we've kind of fallen away from the lightweights. We have maybe a couple of pulls that are lightweights. I think at the Great Lakes International in East Lansing at Michigan State University, there'll be a lightweight and a heavyweight pull there, usually on Friday and Saturday evenings. Friday's a lightweight, Saturday's the heavies. I think in Hawkins this year they had a lightweight pull too. They only had 3 teams there at that one. And at the heavyweight pull in Hawkins, they got on 10,500 pounds at Hawkins. And there a team from Kentucky took first place. And then that team from Pennsylvania, and then one from Michigan, Reed City area, Kevin Todd's team, Country Vet. So a lot of competition. I got a feeling 8,000 pounds here is going to pull a little bit harder. It's looked like it's starting to drag just a little tougher. You know, it's kind of interesting, those flat bottom boats like that. I don't think this one has been out this year yet at a pull. So the bottom of them sometimes can be a little bit rusty and corroded, and it takes a few pulls to shine them up a little bit. And it pulls, you'd be surprised how much better it pulls once it gets cleaned up on the bottom a little bit. But of course we're adding weight every time too, so it's hard to tell. 8,000 pounds, folks. It's time, it's going to get a little bit serious here, I think. You got another one, Bob, or not after this? 500 more? Okay. Oh, you added 5, so it's 7,500? Gotcha. My mistake. They added 500 pounds, folks. There's 7,500. All right, we're ready to go. Eric, when you're ready, bring them in.
Yep. You're ready, Eric.
Like I said, Eric came all the way from Plymouth, Indiana. I got here pretty early this morning because I was a little worried about the rain and everything, and boy, I wasn't here but 15 minutes and Eric was here. So I don't know what time he got up this morning, but he's been on the road and driving for quite a while, and he got here good and early. Eric's always a great supporter of horse pulling here in Michigan, coming up from Indiana to quite a few pulls.
You're so mad at me.
Nice pull, Eric. Good job. Good job. You'll notice it's starting to pull just quite a bit harder, isn't it? So Tom Cummings is up. Tom's going to have to cross the load to stay in the competition. Tom's been pulling, oh man, how many years you been pulling, Tom? 6, 7 years, or 4? We've been having so much fun, it seems like time flew by then, huh? I put 6 years on it, but it's only been 4 years that Tom's been pulling Belgians. We're sure glad he joined into the association and is pulling Belgian horses. He and his family, they do all kinds of things with horses. He was telling me this morning that they come here and barrel race on the track here. They've been here for that in the past. Just got her across. Good job, Tommy. Give him a hand, folks. Good pull. We got another 500, Bob? All right. We're going to add 500 on. We're going to be at 8,000 pounds. Just to give you an idea, Eric Thompson was at the Poland Fountain, and he got on 13,000 pounds there. So you can tell the difference the track makes. He was on 13,000 pounds on Memorial Day weekend in Fountain. And he got 4th place at that pull out of 10 teams.
And that was with a lighter pair. And his pair, considering a lot of the horses were there,
Right.
he was lighter.
You know, it is something how much the teams weigh nowadays. We got one team weighing 5,000 and Eric's are 4,600. But folks, the top teams that pull every year, it seems like that for weight end up weighing 52, 54, 5,600 pounds. They're getting bigger and bigger, and I'll tell you, when they're that big and they like to pull, they can really pull a lot. And it's a lot harder for a little lighter team, of course, to compete with them. But that's one thing about Eric. Every year, when Eric Thompson comes to a pull, his team is going to pull hard. He's always got a team that wants to try hard. They may not be as big as all the other ones, but they're going to give it all they got. And he beats a lot of teams that are way bigger than him.
We're good to go.
We're ready to go, but I think, Eric, you want to give yours a little breather yet, or are you ready? He's ready to go. So, folks, 8,000 pounds, this is going to pull pretty hard. Eric Thompson's hooking on first. Like I told you, if he doesn't get it across, then he can stay hooked for his second. If he unhooks, he passes his second and would have to come back later after Tom is done for his third, after Tom is hooked on for his first and second try. So here's Eric Thompson. Be quiet while he's pulling, folks, and then give him a big round of applause when they're done. Oh my, what a pull. Good job, Eric. Nice pull. Oh, they worked hard, didn't they? You know, they've got to be a true team of horses to have it be pulling that hard the whole way, 27.5 foot, and to stick right with it. True and honest team of horses. And a great job by Eric there. So now Tom's got to try to match that. Isn't it something? These guys are competing against each other and they're helping each other. That's the way it is in the horse pulling industry. We all try to help each other. And even though we want to win, we always want to have the other guy do as best he can too. Now if Eric yells whoa in the middle of this pull, you'll know something's wrong. He wants to see him cross it. I know you do, Eric. I'm just giving everybody something to laugh about. So he'd never do that. In fact, he's helping them to try to get the best hook and pull that they can. It's going to be important for them to really hook on and hit the load together. And hopefully they can get her started good and keep her going. All right, he's going to pass the second. Give him a round of applause. We'll get his distance on the first. And Tom is going to be able to give his team a little bit of a break here, and he can come back for his third pull.
21 even.
21 foot even. So all he needs, folks, is 6.5 feet. Now, for their third attempt, he has choice of directions. That's one thing about your third and final attempt. If there's room in the arena, they can have their choice of directions. And so Tom is going to be able to take a look at that track and see which way he thinks pulls a little better, and he'll be able to go that way. So he's got 21 foot on his first, he passed his second, and he'll be able to come back for his third. Eric crossed the 8,000 pounds, so Tom's going to have to get it across if he wants to have a chance to beat him. You're going to pass, Tom?
I guess that's done.
That's it, folks. Tom decided his team gave it a good hard pull first time, and that's good enough. He doesn't want to hook them again, and I don't blame him. Give them both a round of applause, and congratulations to both of them. Eric and Tom, would you bring your teams up here in front? And we want to get a picture of you, and everybody'd like to see them. So come right here between the boat and the track, and we'll get a picture of them and give everybody a chance to take a good look at them.
Well, thank you for watching. If we have another area that, when we do a horse pull that has internet, maybe I will do another live. Have a good day, everyone.